Hello, Zeke here from Patchwork Gardening, and today I thought I'd do a plant tour of my whole plant setup and show you around. Welcome to my channel, Patchwork Gardening. As I said before, I have recently, well, over the past year, started collecting lots and lots and lots of plants. And I've always been into plants, but I've just kind of taken off with my houseplant obsession. So I thought I might as well use this expensive hobby for something good and share my collection and all of my knowledge and everything I've been learning along the way with YouTube. So I hope you like this channel, and this is the first of many videos to come. So without further ado, I got my Dr. Pepper. And we're ready to go. Okay, here is my room. I'm currently in Huntsville for the break, so this is not my final plant setup, but this is what I have for now. So let's start actually over here. I have this snake plant. I don't know what variety it is, but I got this from splitting my mom. She had this beautiful, these really tall snake plants. This is about maybe less than half, and she just never watered it, but it just took off. And so I repotted it because it needed some new soil, and I split off some of them and took them for myself. And Calliope. There's my Majesty Palm. This is my floor plant. I think it's really important for every space to have a big accent piece, and this was my initial option. It's shooting out 3 new palm fronds, which I'm super excited for. They're still opening up. This one is getting really close to being done opening up. It's been taking a good month or 2 for these to open, but my main problem with this is it needs to be moist all the time. So I have to take this with me on every break, every holiday I have. So it has been on many road trips with me. Over here is my newest plant, and it is a Monstera deliciosa. I was not planning on getting one of these, but I went to the greenery here in Huntsville and I found this and I had to get it. It's just so beautiful. I didn't get the hype about Monstera until I found one in person. Just these split leaves, and this is still a pretty young leaf, so I'm excited to see how this looks when it gets bigger. And it was only $14, so that was a steal. Definitely had to snag that one. Over here, I have my LEVOIT humidifier, which has been my favorite thing on the face of the planet. As you see, it's currently shooting out steam. So I can do a video on this if you want. I could talk about this for its own 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna show it here and move on. But right next to it, I have this amaryllis bulb that I got for Christmas, and I'm super excited to see its 2 blooms opening up. This one should be open within the next week, which I'm super hyped for, because I've never had an amaryllis. And behind that, I have my Brassavola orchid. It's a hybrid variety. I do have it in terracotta pot, which some of you are going to be like, why? Why did you do that? But I like terracotta, and I was just wanting to experiment with an orchid in one of these. This is a good sphagnum moss and orchid bark mix, so hopefully it'll really enjoy it. It's dries out really quickly because it is in terracotta, so I've been trying to let it soak up all the water from its drainage pot back into, which I know is a big no-no for most plants, but since this is orchid bark is such a quick draining soil, when I do water it and don't let it soak it back up, it just stays dry. Like, I feel like it doesn't get any moisture at all. So I'm hoping this helps. If you have any advice for growing orchids in terracotta, please let me know down below. And this big boy that has been taking up the screen for the past few plants is my Mom's Hydrangea. I have no clue what variety it is. It's not a permanent piece in my collection, but she got this in an arrangement, and it's just so pretty that I've been trying to keep it alive. And I've had a bunch of leaves drops, and so I wasn't sure how it was gonna do, but it has all this new growth at the bottom. So after it's done blooming, I'm probably gonna cut it back, and hopefully my mom will be able to keep it alive while I'm gone. Down below, I have this, one of my favorite additions. It is a Moonlight Philodendron. It's just so beautiful and bright, almost neon the leaves are. And this is just, I saw this in Earth Touch. It's a plant shop here in Huntsville. And I just ran for it. In the back of the greenhouse, I was like, I want this so bad. So I think it's really kicked off a philodendron addiction in me. So that, I got this first, and then I got this was my second. So I know this is a monstera, but my aroids, everyone loves aroids, and I finally get the hype. But yeah, so it has 2 new leaves unfurling, and this one is still in the process. But so far, it's doing really good. I'm excited for it to get taller and bigger, and I want to do a video where I make a moss or some sort of wood pole for this and my monstera. Here, I have my Silver Satin Pothos, and oh my gosh, this is such an underrated plant. Lots of people feel like you have to get rare plants for them to look cool, but this is such an easy plant, but it just has such a pretty, like, metallic sheen on it. I don't know how to describe it. I got this from Planterina for Christmas, and it has 3 points of new growth, so it's looking like it's gonna do really good. I'm excited for it to take off. And right above that, I have my grow light, which I will also probably be doing an episode or a video on. And it's just, I was looking around and I was trying to figure out what type of grow light I did want. Because I didn't want just a spotlight. I wanted something that I could just buy one light that I can use for multiple plants. And this one has a good spread, and I can adjust the height. So I'm loving it so far. Right above that, I have my Staghorn Fern, which is probably the best conversation piece of my collection. It has not stopped growing. I got it from a store on Etsy. I don't know what variety it is, which I kind of wish I did, because I know there's some really cool, like, species of Staghorn Fern, but it's just not stopped shooting out new growth. And it's really easy to grow. I just soak it in water once a week and spray it whenever I can, and it just has been doing amazing. I'll link the place I got it below on Etsy in the description. And yeah, it's probably one of my favorite plants, which I will say about all my plants, but that's just a plant mom for you. Over here, I have a really sad Christmas cactus that I just don't want to show too much. It was rotting. It was in my mom's plant. She got that plant she got a few plants for Christmas, and this one was looking really sad. So I've been trying to bring it back to life and make it not so sad. I got this beautiful Hoya Carnosa Compacta. This was my like #1 plant on my wish list for 2019, and I got it for Christmas. My mom ordered it from Planterina, and it's just humongous. I was not expecting to get such a big plant, because usually when you order plants online, you get smaller ones and they take forever to grow, but this thing has 3 big tendrils, as I like to call them, and a bunch of smaller ones on top, and it has new growth on a bunch of these too, like this. Let me see if I can get it to focus. See that new leaf? Beautiful. But yeah, so I'm really happy with this. It's honestly my favorite plant in my collection, and I have it in this cash po of a antique onion pot, bowl, whatever it is, and I think it's just a real cute look. So it has carte blanche right in front of my window, under my grow light, and on top of my little shelf unit. Right below this, I have this beautiful little baby Hoya obovata. I, as you can tell, love Hoyas, and in front I have this little Gigi statue, and this thing I got from Amazon. I do not recommend getting plants from Amazon. It was literally these 2 leaves and then a little stub in the middle, and it did nothing for 3 months, and then finally it started sprouting, and once it started sprouting, it has not stopped growing. Like this whole new leaf, that's brand new, and that sprouted in the course of like 2 weeks, and it's already humongous, and it has new growth currently right there and at the base. So it will grow, but I recommend getting a healthy plant like this from a good source if you are not patient and willing to wait for the plant to grow. So Planterina, my #1 plant shop so far. We really do stan. Right below my Hoya obovata, I have this Nepenthes. I don't know what variety it is, but it was honestly one of my first plants. I got this at Cumberland Plants. I got it at Pride, actually, in Nashville, and it's just grown non-stop. It was maybe a few inches long, and now it's at least 2 to 3 feet long. It just keeps shooting out new leaves, and it has 3 new vines shooting up from the base. So I'm super excited about that. I hope it will start to pitcher, because it has not produced a single pitcher since it's been in my possession. And I think that was a combination of humidity and light, which is why I got both a humidifier and a grow light for Christmas. But yeah, see, this is curled up, and I don't think that's a good sign. So if you have any advice on how to get a pitcher plant to pitcher, that'd be really appreciated. So on the bottom shelf, I have this Thanksgiving cactus, and it's a pretty good size. I got it from Walmart, and all of its blooms just dropped. So that was really depressing, but it's a good size, and hopefully by next Thanksgiving, I'll have it ready to give a good show. And on the other side of my window, I have this peace lily, which was the saddest plant I have ever seen in my whole entire life when I got it. I got it from Walmart. Hey, Callie, what you up to? Get into my frame. I got it from Walmart, and it was just so sad. I got it for literally $1, and I recovered it. So peace lilies are recoverable. I don't know how. I know lots of people have a lot of issues with peace lilies, but it has not stopped shooting off new leaves. It has so many, like I can't count the amount of new leaves it has growing. So I gave it some new soil and repotted it, and it's doing really good. And finally over here, I have my low light corner, which consists of a Maidenhair Fern to the right, a unidentified plant right up front, which I also think is some sort of variety of fern. And then in the back, I have a Rattle Snake Calathea. I got this from Planterina, and it's beautiful. I was really worried I would murder it because I know Calatheas are known to be difficult, but so far it's doing really good. And I've been keeping these ferns alive too. The humidifier, I'm sure, has helped loads. So that was my plant tour. This is not my whole plant collection. I have a lot more back in Auburn at my apartment. So when I get back, I will be sure to update you and record some of those. But thank you for coming with me, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like and subscribe button. That would be really appreciated. I have so many plans for new plant videos, so you do not want to miss them. Anyways, thank you again, and have a great day.